Christina, when are you university? A year in September. Have you anything
Yes.
planned for it?
Yeah, definitely. I actually have an open day this Saturday for Bath University. Obviously, it's virtual. I'd really love to go visit the campus, but that's not possible at the moment. And yeah, I've just been online, researching all the courses I want to do, looking at prospectuses, getting them ordered to my house. I got really excited the other day because I had 3 come through, and I got to read them all, and yeah.
What are you hoping to read at Bath?
Psychology, yeah.
With a view to doing what?
Well, I'm hoping to go into forensic psychology or criminology.
Why is everybody obsessed with criminology, and is it too many crime shows on television? Why that?
I mean, I've always had an interest in psychology. I just think it's really interesting to see how people's brains and their minds work. And just from research, I've just been reading a lot of books, and I read this book called Snakes in Suits, and it was essentially about how businessmen have a lot of personal traits that are inclined with psychopaths. And I'm actually doing my extended essay on how your narcissism and your psychopathy actually affects how you play sport. And I've just always found that really interesting, kind of the darker side of personality.
That's fantastic. Can I see your essay when you finish it, by the way?
Sure, yeah.
Fantastic.
Send me your contact details.
Jolly good. Ava is with her as well.
Yeah.
Now, sorry, we mentioned it before, not head boy and head girl here. What's it called?
So I'm deputy head of school, and Rory here, he's head of school.
Okay.
So it's just been something, I believe actually college used to go by head and deputy head of school when they had only boys, but now that they shifted to head girl and head boy a few years ago, that's what they went by. And now we've gone back to head and deputy head to try to create a more inclusive, empowered community. So that way, I know there are a few pupils in the school that choose to go by they, them pronouns. So it just makes it more welcoming, inclusive, I think.
Ava, what happened to Donald Trump?
Honestly, I haven't really been following him. We were actually all just saying this, but the last time we spoke, it was before the presidential elections, and since then, there have been the raids at the Capitol. Trump has been banned from Twitter due to...
What do you think about him being closed down on social media?
Well, that's definitely an interesting topic, because I recently advocated an inter-house debate on cancel culture, and by just blocking him from Twitter, you have followed through with the act of cancel culture. So I guess it's a platform to express your opinions, your ideas. It's meant to be free speech. That's one of our human rights that we all like to challenge and embrace. So by removing him, it's a very balanced, I guess it's a very...
Did you have the debate on cancel culture here?
We did actually have a debate on cancel culture here, and Rory and I were part of the proposition. So we were saying that social media is a great platform to embrace cancel culture. That's where it's often utilized.
The question itself was cancel culture. The cancel culture phenomena poses a threat to free speech.
Yeah.
So we were the proposition, and we were arguing that by getting rid of certain things, by getting rid of large quantities of content and saying you can't listen to them because they pose that sort of view, in essence, it is stopping free speech. Free speech is acceptable within certain parameters.
This is exactly it, yeah.
Exactly, because there is obviously a fine line when free speech turns into hate speech.
The big question is, who sets the parameters? Did you come to any conclusion on that? Whether should something be self-policing, or should you think,
Alex would like to
Alex, yes, Alex.
Well, at the end of the day, you're dealing with free speech on private platforms. Twitter and Facebook, they're all owned by businesses, and I think that's the real problem, because you can just push forward your own agenda on those platforms, and they're in their right to do so. They own the platform, they own the rights to it. When you click that licensing and the agreement, you agree to let them monitor that content. So I think.
Oh, I see. So they're only doing what they're entitled to do.
Yeah, they're entitled from the beginning. banning someone off their platform, they can do that at will. They could ban everyone if they felt like it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you've got to stay within their parameters.
So what's your view on cancel culture?
I couldn't really say for sure. It's a very, very topical issue, and I think just the sheer number of different problems you can get, it's quite hard to really pick, because
So do you think social media has fueled it, or is just, I mean, it was there anyway?
I think social media has made us more aware of it, certainly. If it weren't for that, I think it would be a small phenomenon. But now, on this tiny island, we can see opinions from around the world. Even now, we could probably broadcast. You could listen to this live in Australia or
Well,
wherever.
we're live on Facebook and we're live on YouTube at the moment. So are you on social media yourself?
I am. I'm not very,
Do you
not
post?
crazily
Do you
active.
post much?
Not much. Don't have much free time. Sadly.
Right.
But
Here we are live at King William's College. I want to go to Oana again as well. Now, who here went to Pride? Anybody go to Pride?
Oh, yeah, I did go to Pride.
You went to Pride. What do you think of it?
First of all, it was a very promising beginning of back to the era when people go out, they see each other, like post-COVID, let's say. This was very good for the Isle of Man, like for this whole society, for the whole community. Also, it proves that the Isle of Man is a safe place for all of the people. It's very inclusive, and this is it's a very positive thing, because it shows that the community is open-minded, and the Isle of Man people are happy to include everyone, no matter who they are and who they love.
Well, it was a happy time on Saturday, wasn't it, at
Yes,
the
it
Villa
was.
Marion?
Yes, definitely.
Was it
It
very,
was the stage. There were people singing, dancing. There was a choir as well. That was amazing.
The choir was very good.
Yeah. And all of the people wearing those bright colors. It was such an amazing, wholesome time.
Good,
for me
right.
at least.
We're live at King William's College with you through till 1 today. Tim Johnston is our candidate in the race to be an MHK later on in this hour. Back in Castletown in a moment.